All right, well, let's talk about this. So you picked up an AMP Hidden Winch Mount, amped up, and you want to know how to install it. I know there's a couple videos on YouTube that give a pretty okay-ish explanation on some of the install. I'm going to give you my experience with it so far on how I'm going to install this one and keep it a good clean look. Okay, so on the other videos it'll show you how to remove the bumper. I'm going to walk through that real quick for you just so you understand. So whenever you have the bumper off, and this is for your thick boy style bumpers, okay, so they kick out a little bit. If your bumper looks like this is the video for you. So whenever you are going to unbolt your bumper, you're going to have two of these right here. These are 12mm nuts, and they're going to be right here on the inside of your wheel well. Use a little deep socket and a ratchet and you get it off. Make sure you use some penetrator oil because Toyota bolts are like to be rusty. You're also going to have 4 of these guys right here. These bolts do have a thicker washer than your other bolts that I'll show you here in a minute, but they are going to bolt straight through here. You're going to have one here and one here. This one is going to be bolting into the frame of the truck right here. This one's going to be bolting to your crash bar bracket. So this crash bar bracket I've already cut up, but it will be mounted with this piece across here. So you're going to have 3 bolts that bolted in here. So whenever you unbolt this one, and those two, your bumper is going to pull right off. Don't forget your connections for your turn signals and your fog lights if you have them. This will pop right off. You're going to have this bracket bolted right across the front of your truck. Undo these 6 bolts, pop this off, and you can just cut the center of this straight out. Oh, I also forgot to tell you about these 2 bolts. Go right here. Don't forget these. This one just broke off. This is a perfect example of it. So cut this flush, as you can see here. Sawzall blade will do it. Pretty simple. Unbolt your 2 different connecting points, recovery points off of your frame. Those are 17mm. These are 14mm. Undo that, put your winch plate up. You can put those bolts into it right here. Now after you cut that, you can take this, make sure to leave these loose. You put your winch on here if you want, have that plate loose. This thing will slide right in behind. So you can keep, you don't have to trim any of this. You can just slide it right in there. You can see that all of the bolt holes still line up. And this bolt that right in, 14mm. After you have that on there, you're going to be able to bolt your bumper right back up, and you can look and see where you want to trim out on your bumper for your plate for your winch and everything to kind of pop through, and you can keep it as clean as you want that way. Anyway, this is how I saw it, and there's the explanations on the other videos didn't do me justice on kind of what I was looking for, so I figured I'd show what I figured out and how to do it. Let's talk about these bumper brackets here for a minute. So you can see that these brackets right here, after you unbolt, I don't know how well you can see. So you have your studs that go through those holes. You then are going to have your bumper bracket. It needs to line up. The top stud right here, and needs to go into a little slot. Just like that. Get a bolt started here. Bolt started here. Come over to the other side. Same process. I'm gonna get our stud. I'm gonna line it up. Slide it through. And this side is gonna be a little nicer to us. I'll line it up. All right, all I did was trim out this interior section. This is the winch mount plate that has the 2 holes. So I decided to go up a little bit so it would fit in this slot. So as I tighten this bumper down, I'm gonna make sure, kind of line it up exactly like I want, and then tighten it down. Straightforward process, and it's gonna give a nice clean look. All right. So after you get all your install done, you should be looking something like this. So if you'll see, I just cut out just the interior section of the plastic. You can still reach your hand up and grab your cable release. Right on. All right, have at it. Hang loose.